For NBA. Basketball on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and the Hall of Famer Grant Hill here with me at the table, and Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. Here we go. And here's Wright. Pass to Jackson. Three-pointer. Chamberlain pulls it in.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Now here's Beasley. To the paint. Chamberlain gets the bucket.
Yeah, attack mode from the start. Exactly what you want coming into this game.
Well, getting a good offensive player a high percentage look, there's nothing better than that.
And it's Irving missing.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim, just couldn't capitalize.
Beasley for three. Pass to Brewer. 5 to shoot. Down low. Here's Beasley.
And using his length, getting in close to stuff it down. That's just too easy.
Right attacking. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
And here's Wright from the arc. And Aiden pulls it down.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Here's Coulibaly. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
Fantastic decision-making. Aiden electing to move it for the high percentage look.
Pass to Chamberlain. Here's Brewer. Plenty of space. And Aiden pulls it down. And he drives in. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Beasley for three. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Now here's Beasley. He's got 5. Inside. Here's Chamberlain. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Pass to Koulibaly. They set a pick. And he bangs it home with one hand.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Here's Brewer. Gets to see a basket.
Great find, leading his teammate right to the bucket.
Jackson outside. Back to Irving.
Home team foul. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution for the away.
1:07 left now in the first quarter. Kicks it out to Jackson. Outside Reddish. Fareed grabs the board. Pass to Chamberlain. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Now here's Beasley. 5 points in the game. Misses the deep three-point attempt. Here's Irving. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
Out to the wing. Pass to Brewer. To the middle. Here's Chamberlain. Here's Wright. Hounded by Wright. Puts up a three. Wright with the bucket.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Outside Reddish. Back to Irving. Three-pointer. The shot no good. And so the first quarter is in the books. They're up by 4. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter.
10.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
I'll tell you what, throughout the first, they did a great job of just running their offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
Right with the ball. Beasley covers. Reddish. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Reddish has got his first 3 points of the game. Here's Wright. He has 6. Chamberlain, no good. Now Reddish. Over to the left wing. Hayden with it. No made baskets yet. And here's Shepard for 3. And Brewer pulls it down. And here's the fast break. And that's a foul called on DeLon Wright. That's his first foul of the game.
Team foul. Substitution for the away team. Number 2.
And about a minute gone in the second quarter. Here's Beasley. Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, B.A.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. And here's Shepard for 3. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
To the inside. Chamberlain. Tries again. Ooh, Ayton with the block.
Yeah, Ayton has all the physical gifts of a great shot blocker. Size, length, and agility.
Number 0.
Just 5 to shoot. Beasley for 3. Buries it from 3. Beasley's got 11 points.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Pass to Mobo. Here's Chalmers. This one for three. Mobo can't hit. Here's Chamberlain. He has 6. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Now here's Beasley. Pass to Fareed. Back to Beasley. Doesn't go that time. Some solid defense from Koulibaly. Here's Mobo. No points so far. And stolen by Beasley. Right outside. Lets the three fly. Connects from downtown.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Here's Mobo. Pass to Irving. It's intercepted. And here's Beasley. Launches it. It's Koulibaly with a rebound. There's Jackson with the three. No good that time. It's stolen. Here's Mobo. And he goes in for the dunk.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Here's Fareed. Still without a bucket. Here's the pick. Shot clock at 6. Brewer can't hit.
Well, that's why he's out there using his size in the paint.
Pass to Mobo. We've got 1:08 left to play in the first half.
He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody. Inside. Now Beasley. Koulibaly defending. Beasley outside. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Well, he sends it inside where they can get a high percentage look. That's just great basketball.
There's Jackson with the three. And he misses again. Now 0 for 3.
Second personal foul. Fourth team foul.
Here's Beasley. He's got 11. Drives to the hoop. Pass to Chamberlain. And there's a pick. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Brewer. He's guarded by Irving. Pulls it from the corner. The rebound by Jackson. Outside for Irving. And the finish by Irving.
BA, forget about attempting the long-range three to cut into that lead. Just attack the rim, my man.
Man, that was sweet. And the timeout called by Mike Budenholzer. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Beasley for 3. And so that's the end of the first half. They lead by 6. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Here's Black. Outside Reddish. Pulls it. Ellison grabs the board. In transition, here they come. And that one's good. Irving's got 8.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Oh, what a powerful finish. You could feel the impact.
Oh, he's going to be bragging about that one later, and for good reason, too, man.
Well, that's what poor defense will get you. They deserve to get dunked on there.
Going inside, Mobo. And they pick up 2. He's got 6.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Koulibaly on the wing. Fires for 3. Ellison grabs the board. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, BA. Not sure what got into him.
Here's Irving. And Irving powers it home.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Off they go. It's a 3-on-1 break. 3-pointer in transition. Irving's got 7 now in this quarter.
Well, he saw the defender back, and he got the look he liked from 3 and capitalized.
And the timeout called by Mike Budenholzer. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
It's time to talk this over and try to put a stop to this run.
Yeah, I like the timeout here. The coaching staff needs to get these guys regrouped and refocused.
And now around 2 minutes going by in this half. Mobo gets the bucket. Mobo's got 8.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
The ball's knocked loose. And here's the fast break. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Oh, that's impactful defense right there. Finding a steal and instantly turning it into offense.
And the timeout called by Mike Budenholzer. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan.
Substitution on the court.
And here's Beasley. 11 points in the game. They can't stop the run with that one.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. No question, this offense has some firepower.
And they're looking very confident in all that they're doing right now.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play.
Come get it, come get it.
Now here's Ayton. No points yet. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
Well, sometimes you just make shots, but they've certainly come out on a tear here in the third quarter.
Now Beasley. From deep. He nails it. That's his 5th make in 11 tries.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Ayton inside. Jackson outside. Ayton with it. And Ayton with the stuff.
Yeah, looking at Ayton using all of his height and reach, slamming it down on a helpless defense.
And how about Jaren Jackson Jr., another second-generation player that we have here in the NBA?
Yeah, Brian, and his dad was a winner at every level. He was a high school champion, had the #1 team in college, and of course was part of a championship team with the Spurs.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Beasley for 3. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The first one falls.
2 shots.
And he can't hit the second. And they go to the intentional foul. It's his first trip to the line.
Personal foul. 4th team foul.
And the first one at the line is good.
Taking 2 shots.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2. To the paint. Oh, got a piece of it. Pass to Beasley. The 3 ball. That shot off the mark.
Fighting for the rebound, making sure they take back possession.
40 seconds left in the third quarter. Jackson can't get it to go. To the wing, right side. Here's Fareed. Pass to Chamberlain. Beasley outside. 4 on the clock. Launches a 3. The rebound by Jackson. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. .11 seconds left in the third. Here's Chalmers. Irving up top. He gets it up. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Up by 5. And we're coming right back after this break. Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Here's Chalmers. Here's Mobo. He takes it in. Jackson outside. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Chalmers. Irving with it. The 3 is up. He's got it going on. Now 7 for 10. And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Mike Budenholzer was going over with his team. And he was adamant that they need to tighten up their D. That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns, wide open shooters, and easy buckets. He sounded pretty frustrated, guys.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Pass to Chamberlain. Here's Brewer. And he dunks it down.
And And B.A., he takes his rebounding so seriously.
This dude is such a grinder. His teammates appreciate the effort. Just goes all out on the glass.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point in the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Well, as a coach, turnovers will drive you nuts, but sometimes that happens when you're aggressive. So there's a balance.
Out to the right wing. He buries it from three.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Pass to Irving. Now here's Ayton. Now here's Wright. Hounded by Wright. Back to Ayton. 6 to shoot. Irving for three. And that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
Ball goes to the away team.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. To the right side. 5 on the clock. Jackson outside. No good. Unable to win this run.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want enforcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Woo-wee! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Yeah, what a huge dunk. Making a statement right there.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league. Pass to Beasley. Back to Wright. Here's Chamberlain. Here's Fareed. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson.
I mean, if I was out there, I'd probably test anyone but Jackson Jr.
Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Right side, Irving. There's the three. Again, Irving missing.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
Beasley misses.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Outside Irving. Into the lane. And Irving powers it home.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. And Bilal Coulibaly picks up the foul. That's his first foul. There's a minute 34 left to play in the fourth quarter. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the clutch.
Right side, Irving. Pass to Wright. Clock at 6. And the finish by Irving.
Oh, man, he got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Here's Chamberlain. Beasley for three. Oh, he drained it from downtown.
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Irving looking around. Jackson outside. Back to Irving. And And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Tough one. In a game where every possession is valuable, turnovers can make the difference.
34 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to Wright. Beasley with it. They set the screen. No good with the triple. Irving for three. And he drills the triple.
That's an important bucket. Now they have to guard the perimeter tight. No threes at all.
Beasley outside. He's off from three. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the away team.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a three-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a four-point ball game.
When you've got your opponent down, don't let him up. This one's all but over.
And there's a timeout from Mike Budenholzer. Guys, what do you think?
It's hard to say whether they have enough time for a quick shot and a foul.
Beasley for three. And so the road team gets the W in this one. And they barely squeezed out the... OK Sport. We've got live NBA basketball headed your way on this fine Wednesday afternoon. Brian Anderson here alongside Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson with Allie LaForce joining us from the floor. Here we go. Now right. Pass to Jackson. Fires the three. Chamberlain pulls it in.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look. Well, so much can be said about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s versatility, but I'd like to praise his team-first mindset. If the dirty work needs doing, he's got it, as long as it helps his team get the win.
And an intentional foul right there.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
So it's the home team now. Knocked loose.
Stealing a ball in the NBA, it takes more than quickness. It takes smarts. Run it.
And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there. He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
Here's Koulibaly. And a two-handed jam.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. It's Beasley on the wing. Here's the pick. Pass to Fareed. Let's go with a three. Here's Brewer. This one for three. The offensive rebound. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Beasley for three. Sinks it from distance.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Just angry on the rim rocker.
Man, that was felt all throughout this building. Beasley outside. Off target from three-point range. And that's an intentional foul.
First personal foul, second team foul.
To the inside. Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
The strong finish from Jackson Jr. He goes up with power inside the paint.
And here's Wright from the arc. Pure from three-point range.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Here's Wright. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass. Or a play like this right in your face.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Outside Irving.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Jackson outside. Pass to Koulibaly. From outside the arc. Shot clock at 6. Top of the key. And he gets the jumper to drop. Koulibaly's gotten his second bucket of the game.
You don't expect this from Jackson Jr. He catches him by surprise by passing it.
And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the first. Richard, every team wants three-point shooters and rim protection. Jaren Jackson Jr. gives you both.
Oh, he is the prototypical big man. He's Defensive Player of the Year. He's led the league in blocks on multiple occasions, and he can stretch the floor and shoot threes.
These are his first free throws of the game.
Wilt Chamberlain, 2 shots.
And so he makes both from the line. .133 left in the first quarter of the game. Irving with it. Now Wright defending. Back to Irving. Inside. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Love to see him inside passing like this, as well as guys being on the same page.
And the three-pointer goes.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense, given the situation.
On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Takes it inside. And he can't jam it through. Right up top. 40 seconds left in the opening quarter. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
Ha, it doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Outside Reddish. Back to Irving. Shot to stop the run. Nails it from beyond the arc. Irving's got 5 now.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
In transition, here they come. Here's Ayton. And Ayton with the stuff.
And a steal like that, with the conversion, can really start moving things in your direction.
And here's Wright from the arc. It's tipped. And they get it back. It's the end of the first with a tie game here. And already these offenses are clicking along. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
Now here's Beasley. Clock at 6. And there's a pick. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. Here's Chalmers. Pass to Mobo. Now here's Irving. 5 on the clock. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Irving attacking. Here's Mobo. And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players.
And something fans don't always get to see, some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
And we see it so often. One little tweak to the game plan and everything falls into place for a team.
And that's a foul called on Delon Wright. That'll be a second foul of the game.
First team foul.
On defense, the visiting team. Pass to Mobo. Knocked away. Beasley for three. Sends it home from three-point land. Beasley's got 6.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
And here's Wright from the arc. And Aiden pulls it down. Outside Irving. Pass to Mobo. On the take. And he bangs it home with one hand. And boy, has this been a competitive matchup thus far.
These teams have swapped leads 7 times already. And we're not even in the second half.
Beasley for 3. Drains the triple. Beasley's got 6 in the quarter.
Proving once again, he is one of the best shooters in the league.
Driving inside, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. And so the ball out of bounds. Ayton touched it last. Now for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot, but when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it.
Pass to Mobo. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake.
Home team foul. Mario Chalmers. First personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
1:43 left in the first half of this game. Here's Ellison. He tries for 3. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
3.
Here's Chalmers. And he throws it down with one hand.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
Here's Ellison. Misses from short range. And here's the fast break. And now we've got an intentional foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Knocks it loose.
Substitution for your home team.
And 1:01 left in the first half. And Chris Finch has called timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Down low. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And his teammate in stride. He led his guy perfectly.
And the timeout called by Mike Budenholzer. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. There's 48 seconds left in the second quarter. Outside Reddish.
Old team foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Personal foul. Third team foul.
And he knocks down the first one.
Shooting for the away team. Cam Reddish.
It's both from the stripe.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
"34 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Here's Chalmers. Here's Ellison. And that one is stuffed right through.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Reddish. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Oh, my. That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risks pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. Here's Koulibaly. It's good! It counts at the buzzer!
That's how you beat the clock. Whoa! The heave to beat the buzzer. Woo.
Yeah, that's 1 in 100 type shot. But hey, that is why you just throw it up there.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Now here's Koulibaly. No made baskets yet. Off the mark there with a three.
Yeah, no, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Hits the trifecta.
There was a time you could get yelled at for taking a three like that, but now it's a great decision, and it paid off.
Outside Reddish. Drives to the hoop. Out to the wing. Pass to Black. Here's Abdul Rahim. Clock at 4. Fires from deep. Bobo with the rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And they go to the intentional foul.
First team foul.
Back to Jackson. Here's Mobo. Kicks it out to Jackson. Just 5 to shoot. Jackson drawing the double team. Here's Chalmers. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. Chalmers has got 9.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up, oh yeah, you're done.
And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far.
Team foul. Second personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Now here's Beasley. He's got 9. Here's Chamberlain. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is.
Ooh, can't ask for a cleaner look than that, and he'll make you pay.
Here's Brewer. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
And if you try to block his shot, you risk getting posterized because he is good at using that height to his advantage.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Now into the lineup.
On defense, the visiting team. Here's Mobo. Back to right. 6 to shoot. Pass to Aiden. Takes a 3. Kept alive. Irving. Right outside. They set the screen. Second shot opportunity. Fareed grabs the board. Here's Brewer. The 3. Mobo with the rebound.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
Pass to Irving. And the finish by Irving.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback. Ouch.
That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Now here's Coulibaly. He's guarded by Beasley. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Wright.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
And stolen by Irving. Here's the break.
Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. He wants to review the game plan. .152 left in the third quarter. Pass to Chamberlain. Here's Brewer. For 3. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
1:41 left in the third. Beasley for 3. Knocks down the triple. Beasley's got 12.
And his perimeter shooting might be the key to trimming their deficit.
Absolutely, and they have to continue to go to him.
Pass to Aiden. Aiden with a screen. Lets it go. Right with the bucket. He's got 6.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Counted from distance. 58 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Mobo. And here's Aiden. Right outside. Now Coulibaly. 6 on the shot clock. The 3 from Aiden. Chamberlain pulls it in. There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter here. Launches a 3. And Aiden pulls it down.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Right outside. Back to Aiden.
Timeout, timeout.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Five ticks left in the third quarter. Just 3 to shoot. Ellison's shot is good. Ellison's got 5. It's stolen away. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Up by 8. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of quarter. Number 4. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Here's Chalmers. Launches it. Here's Irving. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
He almost blocked that shot in time, just a nanosecond late.
Right outside. Pass to Brewer. Lets it fly. That shot missing. Here's Chalmers. Going inside. Nails it. He's now 6 for 8 from the floor.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
There's a screen. Beasley outside. Ooh, Ayton with the block.
So difficult to shoot over. Ayton proving it with that rejection.
Pass to Jackson. Here's Koulibaly. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, guys, I got a chance to hear what Mike Budenholzer said to the team. He said to them, you guys look defeated out there. Wake up. This game is far from over, but I need you all to believe that. I need you to fight for one another right now.
Allie, thank you. Beasley for 3. Doesn't go that time. And here's Ayton. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Third personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Irving. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. Yep, count it.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Beasley for 3. And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. Can they get it? The shot off that time. Outside Irving. Pass to Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
They've had great execution, and what stands out is that they're just taking what the defense gives them, not forcing anything.
And that one's good. Koulibaly.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Back to right. To the right side. Here's Momo. And there's contact. And a whistle. So he's got 2 shots coming up. The first free throw is good. Both shots good from the stripe. Ooh, poked away. Here's Beasley. Oh, big finish.
Wow. Okay, I see you.
Come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam like that?
And there's just one foul now away from the penalties.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
And there's the screen. To the left wing. Pass to Mobo. Shot clock at 6. Right outside. Right with a steal.
That was just incredible instincts defensively. He saw the ball coming back out and made the play. Defensively, gotta close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
And that's a foul called on DeLon Wright. That's his 4th foul of the contest. 1:52 left in the final quarter. Pass to Koulibaly. Ooh, he's been lethal. Connecting again, making him 9 for 9.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
Koulibaly with it. Here's Ayton. And the shot goes in. Ayton's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, this is where Ayton's comfortable operating, using his height and array of inside moves to his advantage.
Pass to Brewer. They set a pick. Here's Fareed. 4 on the clock. Beasley with it. Irving picks him up. The shake. Blocked! And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. .105 left in the 4th quarter here. Koulibaly drives in. Banked it in off the glass.
And guys, that's gotta be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
Over to the left wing. Here's Mobo. Back to Koulibaly. There's the drive. Mobo gets the bucket.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Well, I credit some of that to their communication out on the floor. They are attacking as a unit.
Right with a steal. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. That's tipped. Here's Fareed. Ooh, nothing falling for them right now. Here's Mobo. And Brewer pulls it down. They turn it over.
No miscalculation. They are really their own worst enemy right now. It's why they find themselves way behind.
Irving fires from way outside. Sports, we have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. Alongside Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll be joined by Ali LaForce courtside. Here we go. Here's Daniels. Driving in. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
And Daniels doesn't mess around. When he's charging inside, he's focused on the flush.
Here's Law. Pass to Mobo. Here's Law. Shot clock at 6. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Hits the trifecta. Daniels has got 5 now.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
Law misses. Now here's Banchero. Fires from deep. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
And Banchero has some range already. I mean, I want to see him continue to drain these shots.
Here's Beasley. Top of the key jumper, no good. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation.
Even though he's young, Daniels tends to make the right decisions with the ball in his hands.
And Law gets it to go.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Here's Daniels. He's got 5. Here's Fareed. No good from 18.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Out to the right wing. And Law gets it to go.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Here's Daniels. Gets the 3 to fall. Give him 8.
3 points.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not. And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
Down low. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players.
And something fans don't always get to see. Some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
And we see it so often. One little tweak to the game plan and everything falls into place for a team.
Here's Beasley. Kicks it out to Jackson. Second chance shot. 4 seconds left. 4 on the clock. Rebounded by Daniels. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Inside. Here's Fareed. Oh, they get a hand on it.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
And that one's good. Koulibaly.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Here's Daniels. Give him 8 points now. Banchero right side. The 3. The rebound by Jackson. There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter. Beasley for 3. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Jackson. Pass to Mobo. On the take. And that one is hammered home.
The team-first mindset of Jackson, willing to get the ball to his open guys.
Here's Daniels. Here's Fareed. Uses the glass on the layup.
When you use it right, the pump fake's as effective a move as there is.
There's 21 seconds left to play in the first quarter. It's Beasley on the wing. And stolen by Covington. Banchero outside. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
That's
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1.
team.
They're up by 6. And back to the start of the second quarter in... And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified some weaknesses, and they are exploiting them.
Pass to Fareed. Here he goes. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up, oh yeah, you're done.
Here's Daniels. Give him 8 points now. And he slams it in one-handed.
Get it, young fella. Dyson Daniels has a lot of tools, showing his hops on that one.
Law. Pass to Mobo. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. No good on the triple.
Well, so much can be said about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s versatility, but I'd like to praise his team-first mindset. If the dirty work needs doing, he's got it, as long as it helps his team get the win.
Here's Fareed. 6 points for him. Pass to Daniels. Takes a 3. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. Here's Daniels. He's got 13. Pass to Fareed. Out to the wing. Here's Daniels. Koulibaly defending. 4 on the clock. Fires the 3. Daniels misses. Outside Koulibaly. Back to Jackson. Here's Law. Pass to Mobo. And he converts the layup.
Got it in close, and unless it's an open three, that's the key to efficient offense.
Outside Koulibaly. Jacks up a three. The rebound by Jackson.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
The three. Counted from distance.
What separates Jaren from other bigs is he's got great confidence in his shot.
Koulibaly drives in. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Pass to Beasley. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. Here's Daniels. The three ball. Knocks down the triple. Daniels has got 16 points.
That's a look they always want him to take. If he's got space, he's got the ultra green light.
Personal foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Here's Whitmore outside. And it's Thor with a rebound.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure, he wants back.
Out to the right wing. Shot is good by Brewer. Brewer's got his first 3 points of the game.
Ooh, can't ask for a cleaner look than that, and he'll make you pay.
They set the screen. The shot. Pass to Reddish. There's 42 seconds left to play in the first half. 5 to shoot. Here's Chalmers. It's blocked. Here's Brewer. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Here's De Silva. There's 18 seconds left in the second period. Outside Reddish. Shot to stop the run. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
And the visitors call time here.
Substitution on the court.
And the visitors call time here.
Start it.
Got it up. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And that concludes the first half. Up by 10. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Here's Chalmers. Buries it from 3.
If they're going to want to close the gap, they're going to need to start running more sets through him. Let your stars lead the way. Come on.
Pass to Kamare. Nice move. And he lays it in.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Here's Ellison. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic 2-handed slam. Here's Brewer. Chalmers with a rebound. Here's Whitmore. Blocked! And they recover it. On the wing, Whitmore. Back to Reddish. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
And that's his MOB, physical, get in position for the putback and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. To the inside. Here's Whitmore. Well, the jumper's good from inside 6 feet.
Athleticism showing through from Whitmore. He doesn't need much room at all to operate in close.
Pass to Thor. To the middle. Here's Brewer. Over to the wing. Here's Black. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Brewer. They grab their own miss. And there's a pick to the paint. Cuts off the pass. And here comes the break. Puts up a deep 3. Ellison grabs the board. On the break. Thor with the bucket.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
Whitmore goes in. And he goes in for the dunk.
Yes, slashing toward the hoop. Whitmore not hesitating when he sees an opportunity.
Shot is good by Brewer.
Okay, that's a tough bucket. D on him as tight as possible, but you're not going to stop this guy from getting to the rim.
Here's Chalmers. Outside Reddish.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's Kamare.
That is powerful.
Oh, yes! And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a tough B.A.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in.
An impressive athlete. This rookie Whitmore loves getting inside and hammering it home.
Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Lets it go from deep. Pass to Thor. Into the lane. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
And adds a few more points to their lead, showing off some style.
Wow, that was prime time stuff right there. .55 seconds left in the third. Brewer. Three-pointer, no good.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that open.
On the wing, Whitmore. Fires the 3. Ellison grabs the board. In transition, here they come. .29 seconds left in the third quarter.
Size, explosion. He's a dangerous finisher, and we saw it right there.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Here's Law. 13 points in the game.
The strong finish from Jackson Jr. He goes up with power inside the paint.
Picked by Covington. Right wing. Here's Fareed. Here's Daniels. Oh, and Jackson with the block. Pass to Coulibaly. There's the triple. It's not going to go for him. Points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Up by 9. We'll get right back to the action when we return. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Here's Daniels. He takes it in. Good! Now 7 for 11 on the night.
Tons of first step quickness from Daniels.
Outside Coulibaly. Pass to Beasley. It's rebounded by Banchero. Koulibaly on the wing. Now here's Banchero. Ooh, Banchero getting it done and tight.
Yeah, with this bigger build, Banchero sets a solid pick, and then he quickly rolls into open position.
Pass to Mobo. Ooh, it's stolen away. Down low. No stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity at a three-point play.
First personal foul.
It's on Bilal Koulibaly.
Team foul.
The free throw drops for Banchero.
And the playmaking skills Banchero has already are outstanding. Just such a unique young player.
And here's Koulibaly. Can they get it? And Brewer pulls it down. Knocked loose. And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
It will be a rejump.
Beasley outside. Three-pointer. Goes back up. Here's Mobo. Shots blocked. It's Banchero with the drive. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half of this fourth quarter.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
There's a screen. Pass to Jackson. And he drops it in from the low post.
Just like his pop, Jaren Jackson Jr. Yeah, look, this man, when he gets close to the hoop, it is pretty much automatic. You can't let that happen.
Daniels. Three-pointer off the mark.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots. Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
And one move ahead of the defense, a solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
To the left wing. It's picked off. Here's Beasley. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? Puts up a deep three. Fareed grabs the board. Here's Koulibaly. Pass to Daniels. This one for three. And that's a miss. 8 for 14 on the night. Here's Beasley. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
That may be not the highest percentage of looks right there, but look, you can't argue with results, I guess.
Sinks the tray.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Ball misses. .111 left in the fourth quarter. Let's go with a three. The rebound by Jackson. Stolen. Out left to the wing. They set the pick. Lays it up and banks it in.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
This is what you expect from him, just coming alive and dominating in effortless fashion here in the fourth.
Blocking foul called. Michael Beasley. First personal foul. Second team foul. Coming onto the floor for your home team, number 7, Cameron.
Banchero the screen.
Home team foul. Mobo. First personal foul. Third
And he can't get the first one.
He gets to the line a lot. Banchero knows that and works on those shots at practice.
Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
Yeah, things are definitely working offensively. A balanced attack is just so much harder to defend.
Here's Daniels. And a miss there on the triple. When you look at all the turnovers, boy, what a way to drive your coach crazy.
Yeah, your game plan means nothing if your players can't execute.
AC Law. Second personal foul. Fourth team foul.
First free throw is good.
Shooting for the away team. Dyson Daniels.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. 16 seconds left in the fourth. Fires away from way outside. Doesn't go that time.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently.
Fires from way outside. Off on that one. And so it's a victory for the... Welcome to two. K-Sports, we've got live NBA basketball headed your way on this fine Wednesday afternoon. This is Brian Anderson, Stan Van Gundy, and Grant Hill here with me. And in a few moments, we'll hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce. Here we go. Here's Daniels. Fires the three. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
And you watch Dyson Daniels on the floor, Coach. He's everywhere on defense.
Yeah, Brian, he's one of the best guys disrupting offenses and getting deflections. He gets his hands in passing lanes. Effort like that will always find minutes.
Sinks it from distance.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Here's Daniels. He squares up and sinks it. Daniels has got 5 now.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. No good on that one.
At the line for the away team, Michael Beasley. 2 shots.
So he can't get either to fall.
Well, that's not the focus we're used to seeing from him at the line. He's usually rock solid.
Down low. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
Pass to Jackson. Here's Law. And there's the screen. The 3 is up. Counted from distance.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Daniels misses.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
3-pointer. And Law gets it to go. Law's got his second basket.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Pass to Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
And this is why you must push Banchero out of the paint, or else he'll slam it all over you.
Now Beasley. Here's Law. Jackson with it. Rebounded by Daniels. Banchero surveys. With the drive. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
He will muscle his way down the lane. Watch out when Banchero comes tumbling by.
To the middle. Here's Beasley. Missed inside.
Well, playing his role to perfection, using his size to control the glass for his team.
There's a minute 47 left in the opening quarter. There's the drive. And Law gets it to go. Law's got 8.
just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
And taking a look at this first half, they've just shown better shot selection.
Yeah, they've done a better job executing offensively, moving the ball and creating high percentage looks.
Law. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson. 10 points for him.
And if I'm his coach, I'm very pleased with this kind of energy on the offensive glass. Textbook play.
Covington inside. Pass to Daniels. Clock at 6. From behind the arc. Good efficiency. He's drained 4 out of 5. There's 47 seconds left in the first quarter here. Beasley for 3. That one falls. He's now 1 for 3.
Boy, oh boy. Both teams lighting it up to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their teams.
Here's Fareed, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And here's Beasley. Outside Koulibaly. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. And a two-handed jam!
And slammed that thing through.
A nasty two-hander. Right side Covington. Stolen by Jackson. He got it up. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Up by 4. Quarter. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
They are looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive output.
It's his first trip to the line.
Second personal foul, first team foul.
And the first one at the line is good.
For the away team. AC Law.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Shot on the wing. Pass to Covington. Inside. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Get it, young fella. Dyson Daniels has a lot of tools, showing his hops on that one.
To the inside. Here's Beasley. Lays it up and banks it in. Beasley's got 5.
This is how you force a defense to collapse. Kick the ball right inside.
Hits a three-pointer.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Drives to the hoop.
Size, explosion. He's a dangerous finisher, and we saw it right there.
Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. And Carroll right side. Back to Daniels. Launches a 3. Doesn't go in. Third miss out of 9 shots. Right wing. Pass to Law. 4-3. Fires in the triple.
3 points.
Law's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Law misses. Here's Daniels. 18 points for him. Misses the 3. Out on his own on the break. And that one is stuffed right through.
Oh, man, he got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Substitution on the court.
again here in the second quarter of action. Just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Jackson, the screen. Law sinks the tray. Law's got 18.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. Pass to Beasley. Here's Law.
2 minutes remaining.
5 to shoot. The 3-ball. Beasley misses.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Kamare. Here's Black. He's guarded by Beasley. Shot's good by Black. Black's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Here's Law. Bobo controls the rebound and the putback.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
They set the screen to the left wing. To the left side wing. Let's go with a 3. Shot is good by Brewer.
Well, that's just excellent offense. If the defense is giving that up, you've got to take it.
Here's Mobo, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Here's Brewer. From downtown, Mobo with the rebound. A chance to go 2 for 1.
And you really must play this just right.
Ball misses. Here's Brewer. Driving to the basket. And they're going to count that bucket. And they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Man, what focus. I mean, the hoop and the harm. Incredible.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw. And we've got 28 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Whitmore outside. And the three-pointer goes. Whitmore's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Brewer. He has 6. Puts up a 3. Here's Ellison. Ooh, powered down with both hands. These teams just feeling each other out.
Yeah, I love the spirit out there. Already 6 lead exchanges.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Up by 1. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Here's Chalmers, and it's Thor with a rebound.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Pass to Mobo. And here's Reddish. From deep, connects from downtown.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Here's Brewer. Jacks up a 3. Drills it from deep. Brewer's got 9.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And it's Ellison missing. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. Back to Whitmore. And that one drops for him. 5 points in the game.
Athleticism showing through from Whitmore. He doesn't need much room at all to operate in close.
Brewer can't hit. Here's Mobo. Outside Reddish. Takes the three. Pure from three-point range. Reddish has got 6 in the quarter. Here's Brewer. He's got 9. To the paint. Pass to Ellison. Hey, expanding his range. Knocks down the long J. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Here's Chalmers. To the middle. Here's Whitmore. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
An impressive athlete. This rookie Whitmore loves getting inside and hammering it home.
They set the pick. Here's Thor. And it's off from three-point range.
And you just can't afford to give up.
Wow!
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. 6 to shoot. Pass to Black. Deflects the pass. Down low. Here's Brewer. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Back to the basics, unleashing the one-hand flush.
Boy, he makes the basics look pretty outstanding, though, huh?
That's true.
And there's a minute 45 left in the third. And he dunks it down.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Inside. Here's Chalmers. No points so far. Here's Ellison. Set it up with a fake, but it's offline.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Pass to Brewer. For the lead. Chalmers with a rebound. Now here's Whitmore. 9 points in the game. Outside Reddish. Here's the pick. Takes it inside. And it's good for 2. Reddish has got 8 points here in the quarter.
Well, the defense allowed that one. He had a clear path to the cup.
To the inside. Here's Ellison. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. And Chris Finch has called timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan.
It may be a players' league, but the coaches obviously play a big part as well.
And this is when a coach earns his paycheck. Analyze the situation and give your players the information they need to succeed.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants to review the game plan. Koulibaly on the wing. Here's Law. 18 points for him. Beasley for 3. He buries it from 3. Beasley's got 10. It's Covington on the wing. Back to Daniels. Then Carroll the screen. From outside the arc. Offensive rebound. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third. Both teams putting up some points. Leading by 4. And we're coming right. We've We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. On the wing, Daniels. It's Covington on the wing. The rebound by Beasley.
I think this is a rare case of being overcommitted. He tried to go all out at the rim, and they stifled him.
Michael Beasley.
My goodness, that is how you attack a bigger defender.
Pass to Fareed. Back to Daniels. Now Banchero. Shot clock at 6. Here's Fareed from the arc. Knocks down the triple.
And you can run offense through Banchero time and time again. I mean, he is a special talent.
About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. Beasley outside. Pass to Jackson. Back to Beasley. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Banchero. Stolen by Jackson.
Second personal foul. First team foul. Into the lineup for your home team. Number 22.
Here's Beasley. Pass to Law. Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark.
Michael Beasley. First personal foul. First team foul.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth. Here's Coulibaly. And he hits it to tie the game. Coulibaly's got his first 3 points of the game.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Here's Daniels. On target from range. Daniels has got 21 points in the game. Oh, this one has turned into an absolute nail-biter.
Yeah, at this point, you almost expect it to come down to the last possession.
Now Coulibaly. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Mobo. The three. Sends it home from three-point land.
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the clutch.
Here's Daniels. To the middle. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
Outside Coulibaly. And Banchero with it. Banchero hammers it home.
Oh, no holding back from Banchero. He wants this team to be able to rely on him in these type of moments.
Inside. It's stolen. Here's Brewer. Going inside. Out to the right wing. To the paint. Here's Daniels. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
And how about Daniels embracing the spotlight? He loves hitting these big-time shots.
Offensive rebound. Here's Beasley. And rejected. Ooh, poked away. And stolen by Jackson. Launches it. Fareed grabs the board.
Well, I've been here before. You're looking to get back in the game, but desperation threes are not the way to do it.
Here's Brewer. He drops it from range.
And they're putting together another quality possession for taking control of this game.
And if you're going to pull away, now is the time to do it. Time to finish the game strong.
Here's Fareed. Oh, okay!
Oh, my gosh.
That's an inspired ball club. They fought hard, and during the most important moments, they made big plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
And Carroll with it. Beasley covers. Pass to Fareed. Shoots. Brewer can't hit.
At this point, it just feels like it's over.
Yeah, time is not on their side. The score is not on their side. Nothing you can do.
No need to shoot. This one is done.
Yes, they've got to be happy with tonight's effort.
Down low. And that one is hammered home.
Even though he's young, Daniels tends to make the right decisions with the ball in his hands.
So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. A competitive game, you have